Excuse me, Counselor. What do you make of this?
A note to the bomber? Who is GBWU?
If they're like the others I've met, it means God be with you.
You've had experience with these terrorists before.
You could say that.
I'm even more confident that we're in good hands then.
What do you make of this, Mr. Ron?
What'd it say?
You can't read English?
English second language. I got secretary for that.
You don't say.
Ah, Dr. Regis, might I have a word in private? We're alone?
As alone as we're going to get. What do you want?
Your investigation is drawing to an end, is it not?
Might be. Why?
You are, without a doubt, a skilled detective, Dr. Regis. I am proud that the city employs only the finest. I believe that your inquiry will find only one credible suspect, myself.
You're going to plead your innocence? Tell me it's a mistake?
Not at all. You see, I am indeed responsible for the attack.
You lied to us. The governor's a fake then. I'm sure your voters would love to find that out.
The governor is working as well as it ever has. I have not once lied to you, Dr. Regis.
I asked you if you hired the bomber.
I did not. My assistant hired the bomber, at my request.
Politicians.
People have to phrase their questions to me very carefully.
You'd better have a real good reason for all this.
For various values of good. You recall Gil Vanderwall?
Of course. Things have gone downhill since he got involved in my case.
2 years ago, much to my shame, I did something terrible. I took part in a vote-fixing program for the Cosmopolitan Party, and they promised me this office in the next election. Gil discovered this and has been blackmailing me ever since.
But why the suicide bomber?
He realized that Nina's project might lead to his death. He was a spiteful man, and he needed a guarantee that he could strike back against her if that happened.
From beyond the grave.
Essentially, I was his guarantee.
He wanted you to kill Nina for him?
Or materials he has on me would be released to the public. My career, my family would be ruined.
So instead of turning you in, I should...
Tell them that Ron Schumann was responsible.
What? Frame an innocent man?
You've spoken to him, Dr. Regis. He is a truly, objectively despicable individual.
You're one to talk.
What I've done was terrible, but I wish to make reparations for what I've done. After this is done, I shall devote my life's work to annihilating corruption in our city. Ron wishes no more than to desecrate and pollute our nation as he has done his own.
You nearly killed us all with that bomber.
I apologize most sincerely for that, Dr. Regis. Had I known someone such as yourself would be present, I would have found other means. Please, consider what this means for the city.
Charlie, what have you found?
I've completed my investigation.
That was most swift.
Though effective, I've no doubt.
Who tried to kill us?
After finding enough evidence to exclude all other parties, the only conclusion possible is that Ron Schumann is responsible.
What?
My word.
Ron, is this true?
What? No! He's lying! Someone pay him to frame me!
I trust Regis's judgment.
As do I.
Dr. Regis is a man of good character.
That leaves us only one option, I'm afraid. Liam.
Warum?
What are you doing?
Weil
Wait, stop!
der korrupte Politiker immer noch besser ist
Poor dear Mr. Ron. Tragically
als der
thrown from the building by the
Großindustrielle.
blast.
You're completely insane.
We're doing what we have to, Charlie. As promised, the information you require. The man who has your kids, your mind-jacker, is a contractor, Jayam Kressel. He's based out of an aerostat currently moored at the Xanadu dockyard.
You haven't changed one bit, Nina.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Charlie. By the way, that's an interesting choice that you made. Perhaps we're more alike than you'd admit.
The uptake reports came in. Looks like there was a 99.1% volume of new code in the embryo.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll have a viable specimen for testing within days.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have had the same kind of uptake if it was one of the brain-dead ones. So, how did you manage to score these full-scope human embryos?
You don't need to worry about it. It's all legal. Not like we used an organ legger. They've been sourced legitimately.
Uh-huh. You used your own, didn't you?
How did you find out?
Same way Charlie did.
Oh, nuke me, he knows?
He's been on the warpath looking for you all evening.
Vicky!
Uh-oh.
Dr. Chigwa, may I speak to my wife?
Charlie, you better not...
Get out! Dr. Baxter just congratulated me on what a noble gesture I was making for science. Apparently, we volunteered our own embryos for engineering.
I'm sorry I hadn't told you yet. Dr. Vargas was having enough trouble stalling the council. We needed to start showing results, so I made the decision for both of us.
You didn't think I'd object if I knew beforehand?
Well, no. Using our own embryos was the right thing to do to keep the project afloat.
You have no idea what I'm upset about.
Sure I do. We're only using 1, maybe 2 of the embryos we've got for the project. The other 4 are still stored at Alrecis.
It's not a matter of whether we can make more or not. We could have thousands of embryos on standby. It'd still be wrong.
It's not as if we're bringing the embryos to term. Their lives aren't going to be affected by the alterations we're making.
We've already affected them by using them in this role.
Have you seen the uptake results Dr. Chigwa recorded? We've got over 95% success. The neural tissue development is going to be phenomenal.
I don't give a damn about the results.
You're mad because I didn't talk with you about it first.
No. Well, yes, I am, but that's not why I feel like this.
I understand it was a big decision. You've invested a lot of time and energy into having kids. I'd probably be upset in your position, but I'd have hoped you'd trust me to make choices for the both of us.
Oh, God, you haven't understood what's wrong with this at all.
You know, sometimes your old world sensibilities are charming, but not this time. What is it they believe where you're from? That life begins at conception?
You know damn well what I've done with human engineering in the past. I'm well past being able to object for moral reasons.
It's not the fact that we're engineering human embryos. It's that there are embryos.
I spent 2 years weaponizing children. The fact that they were destined, doomed to a purpose.
It's one thing to have your life affected by a quirk of genetics, but when you've been deliberately altered before birth to fit a role...
I'd hoped that I'd escaped it, but seeing it with our own kids, it's just...
I understand, Charlie. I'll talk to Dr. Vargas about it.
He won't be happy. It sounds like he was counting on this.
You'll just have to deal with it.
It doesn't appear to have a power switch or any kinds of controls accessible from out here.
Ja, gucken wir doch mal. Oh, wir kommen einfach so rein.
Hello?
We're closed.
Okay, daran habe ich mich tatsächlich nicht mehr erinnert. Special mistress. Somebody hacked the text to display Rook ASCII drawings.
Oh, mehr ASCII drawings.
Oh, damn it. Why did it have to break tonight?
Can I just...
No, go away.
There's only so much you can do with a crowbar. I can reach it, but he'd notice pretty quickly if I just took it. The wetware won't form a connection with it. The wetware won't
Oh ja, stimmt, wir haben ja noch den Tranquilizer. Oh, das hat...
Hello? Guess that tranquilizer did its job.
E99. Okay, wir brauchen also eine 5-stellige Zahl. Wo kriegen wir denn die jetzt her?
I don't need to hack it. He didn't log out. I don't need to...
Den ganzen Store, was it?
Oh, mein Mikro ist aus. Da kann ich ja lange Sachen erzählen, die du machen sollst und machst nicht. Okay. Du sollst dein Gehirn hacken.
Was?
It's amazing how many people don't put enough security on their Gibsons. They assume they've got enough willpower to stop intruders on their own.
Salam, Mandala.
Hi. I'm finally at the site. You were right. I can feel the connection.
That is good to hear. You managed to avoid detection in your journey?
Yeah, nobody noticed me. Just some thrall wandering the Southwest City. What is it you need me to do here?
We have the ID for their system, but are unable to access it. You must get close enough to it to act as a relay point.
Then your tech teams break into it and find out what their plans are?
Exactly.
I can sense the signal you've mentioned. I've got a visual representation in my trance hub.
Good. You'll know how close you are to your goal.
If they're trying to hide, why are they broadcasting like this?
Like much of hacking, we must look for mistakes our target makes. What you sense is not intentional on their part.
Oh, so it's seepage? Like inter-system connections they haven't noticed?
Precisely. Many of their own devices communicate wirelessly. Their attempt at security involves limiting the range. They therefore avoid attacks from the net at large.
But if you can get a relay close enough,
then we may study their signal as though we were by your side.
So, the people trying to kill me are working out of an old aerodrome?
Quite so. This air freight business collapsed last year. We suspect it was bought up as a front for this criminal enterprise.
They're storing their data systems in the aerostat? Why don't they just split it up and hide it in the trans?
Physical security is as much a concern for admins as system integrity. If they suspect someone of getting too close,
they can just take off. I'll get back to you.
Good luck.
Where am I? How did I even get here?
Don't you remember? You're at the beach.
This is nice.
You're relaxed, aren't you?
I am, yeah. This place is nice.
You're comfortable with telling me your secrets, aren't you? Anything you want to share?
You know, Ethan got himself killed on that botched factory raid. I'm not going to his funeral. And even though I didn't like him, it's making me really guilty.
Okay. Let's try a different approach. The guy they've got filling your job while you're here on vacation. He can't do the job without the access code.
That's not my problem.
Oh, but they'll think it is. They'll say you didn't set him up properly.
You're right.
Tell me what the access code is. I'll take it to him.
Sure. It's 44138. Wait, this doesn't make sense.
Dreams usually don't, do they?
Wow.
It's just a readout showing how much weight is on this platform. Now we just wait and...
All right, let's get it loaded. Yeah, you know how bitchy the doc gets waiting. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. What? Eddie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be lighter. Ugh, idiot. Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
Okay, Crate A121, 51, 96, oh Gott. Ich wiege nur 45 Kilo, das ist ein bisschen wenig. Das ist A121.
Ganz ehrlich, sie wurde auch ständig gesagt, dass sie A nicht isst, weil sie ständig in der Trance ist. Und der bei uns hat doch auch gesagt, sie sieht aus, als würde sie gleich durchbrechen.
Ja, aber ich hatte nicht erwartet, dass es so schlimm ist.
Ich meine, sie ist nicht so groß. Sie ist eigentlich an sich von der Trance abhängig, wie halt nur von der Droge, ne? Vergisst darüber das Essen ständig.
Dann müssen wir das auf 75 hochziehen. Und theoretisch sollten wir jetzt...
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Hang on. The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic.
Ah, typical. Send it back. Tell him to get his act together. He should make sure the manifest matches what's in the box. We can't exactly open them all to check. We'd be here all night.
Alter, wie lange wollen die das denn treiben?
Treiben.
Oh, witzig. Na guck mal, du hast einen vollen Hangar und die wiegen, scannen jede Kiste, ey.
Transplant Material Human. Also wir sind zwar kein Transplantationsmaterial, aber ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, dass Mandala menschlich ist. Mehr oder weniger.
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Hang on. The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic.
Ah, typical. Send it back. Tell him to get his act together. He should make sure the manifest matches what's in the box. We can't exactly open them all to check. We'd be here all night.
Hä? Aber...
Du hast deine Spezifikation noch geändert, oder?
Ja, aber auf der falschen Kiste.
Ah.
Weil das muss man nämlich jedes Mal neu machen, weil... Yay.
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Scan's show organic. Same as the manifest.
Fantastic. Get it aboard. Kriesel and the doc want to cast off.
The signal's going crazy. I must be on top of... Huh?
Oh, that's not good.
The simulations exceeded its buffer.
Took her long enough. I think Jinsel did a pretty good job on that one. Why'd you have to get someone like Jinsel involved in it, though?
Because when I asked you to do it, you apparently couldn't keep your thirst for revenge in check. Or should I say Baxter's thirst for revenge? I don't see why you store the targets in your own wiring. It's obviously not good for you.
It's more secure. I suppose Jinsel did their job.
Got her to walk right in the front door. Even packaged and delivered herself. Ha! We have some big plans for you, sister.
This is the place.
Ja, ihn komplett ausziehen, aber dafür haben wir nicht genug Zeit. Natürlich nicht.
Damn, it's out of charge.
Ja, wofür haben wir es dann?
Dekoration.
Naja.
What do I look like, a mechanic? That's what I've got Lau for.
Ja, wie praktisch, dass sie jetzt da ist.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door. Lau, you there?
Standing by and waiting for your signal.
You remember the plan?
Don't worry about me. You just be careful. Don't do anything stupid.
Das könnte ein Problem werden.
Warum hast du vor, dumme Sachen zu machen?
Thin, but it's not that flimsy. I'm gonna need to find another way of getting through to him.
Ich mach doch nur dumme Sachen.
Aber auch schön, wie du einfach zugibst, dass du nur dumme Sachen machst.
Ja, und nu?
Looks like it's not operated by hand.
Ja, ich weiß, aber was bringt mir das? Im Moment eher weniger.
What do I look like? That's what I've got left.
Ja, und jetzt? Oh, locker.
Entschuldigung.
Thank God you're here!
Who are you?
You've got to get me out of here! They kidnapped me 2 weeks ago! I've been forced to conduct research for them in this aerostat.
Research? What kind of research?
Human experimentation. This poor girl. You see that hardware in the corner?
What the hell did you...
The upper level is clear, but I... Oh. Huh.
Gave him a shot in the back. Your problem is, you overcomplicate things.
Still conscious?
That's how the wetware works. You can't rip his memory, though. He isn't wired.
I'm aware, Ms. Vargas. Take his weapon. This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Ugh, no you haven't. Baxter was looking forward to it.
What's that? I can't hear you.
It's quite a powerful paralytic, isn't it? An unfortunate yet necessary part of our mutual friend here's role.
My targets have to be conscious when I pull the contents of their minds. I'd love to rip the Regis clean out of your head as well.
I told you, he's not wired.
I know, but I know what'll really get to him. What's this? An embryo? It's rather a contentious issue for us, isn't it? Rather a bit of history between us over these little things. Oops. Fragile things, the unborn. Don't worry. Plenty more where that came from. I think this one is going to grow up to be a great success. World leader, Nobel laureate, maybe follow in their father's footsteps. Oops, all gone. Vicky would be so proud, wouldn't she?
Kressel.
After all, you showed her how important those things were. More than anything else in the world, apparently.
Baxter! You seriously need professional help.
Sir, ma'am. Smart Cam feed shows another cell agent just boarded the aerostat. Female, about 1.75 meters.
Huh. Should have known she'd still be after her partner. Commander, prepare to weigh anchor. Kressel, deal with our new cell intruder. Then resolve whatever issues you have with Dr. Regis.
With pleasure. Don't go anywhere.